How are we doing today, traders? It is February 19th, 2024. It is Monday, 11:31 a.m., and it is the professional trader here back with another video. It's been almost about 2 weeks since I've done my last video. Just been watching the markets, really haven't been making any videos, but some things have changed since I've made my last video. So for anybody aware of the prop firm space in the prop firm industry, FTMO recently migrated to a new platform, DX Trade. I'm no longer able to trade my FTMO account on MetaTrader. Same thing has been happening for a lot of these prop firms. So the prop firm space, a lot of question marks around it for sure. The DX Trade platform is not hard to use just because, I'm really only using it to place trades. Trading View is where I still go to do my analysis on things like that. But I will say it is pretty clean. I don't know too much about DX Trade. I don't know too much about the platform. I think it's legit. I feel like it's legit, but the whole prop firm industry is still just kind of up in the air, at the moment. But my current balance, without the trades that I'm in is 9,935, slightly down. I'm in some trades right now, in a Euro USD sell. I'm down at the moment, and I'm in a GBP USD sell that I'm down at the moment as well. So those trades have me down slightly below 1%. But I want to kind of talk about some trades that I've been in for the past 2 weeks, while I wasn't making my video. So, if anybody remembers, I talked about me entering. I don't remember when this was or what news event it was, but I entered a short on GBPUSD on over here on February 2nd, so almost 17 days ago, right? Went into heavy profit. At one point, we saw that we even broke below these support levels right here. Didn't exactly touch this support level right here, but we started to retrace after breaking these support levels right here. So, taking the fib tool because this is the first market impulse to the low that you could say, right? Because we finally broke out of a support level. So I took my fib tool from this high to this low. And we see that we retested perfectly to the 618 level. So I was in this trade. I was up a good amount. I was up about 160 something pips, but I moved my stop loss to break even. I ended up taking no profit. Looking back, that was probably the wrong thing. And going forward, I need to proceed better and have a better plan on, because once you're up, that much, 168 points, to not gain anything, it's not a loss, but it's kind of a smack in the head. And even being in profit, there is, agreed, with being in profit because this trade is in profit and you want to continue to, see it go lower or go higher, depending on what position you're in. So, being in profit, there's agreed with holding trade and even being a swing trader, right? Because being with trying to be in a swing trader, it's all about patience. But once you're up in a position, managing that position is a whole nother task within itself too, right? So I would say I did a very bad job. I did a good job on the entry and I did a good job on holding this trade. But as far as managing the trade, I failed. Well, I wouldn't say I failed, but I did a bad job, right? I didn't do the best of my ability because to be up 168 points and to not walk away with anything, right? Almost like a gamble within itself, right? I wanted to see it go lower, but I didn't protect myself, by taking some profit off the table, blah 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 blah. But I entered somewhere around here, price retraced, perfectly, kind of almost taking my stop and then immediately heading back down. Um, so I entered somewhere around here. Sorry about that. I entered again on this second entry right here, but I got taken out with the migration of FTMO MetaTrader leaving and switching platforms to DX Trade, right? So I had to close my positions on that. So I ended up taking a small loss on this entry right here. So, I'm in it for the third time now, right? Just looking to see if we can just get that continuation to the downside. So We had this push up over here. We had another push up over here, followed by a couple of bearish candles. This one closes in 23 minutes. If it closes bearish as well, then I think, it looks good to have my stop loss, just right above here. Because if it breaks back above here, then, we look prime to at least head back, over here. And then, these highs right here. So, just wanting to see if we can get that continuation on GBPUSD, but we'll just have to see. Another trade that I was in that I was holding for a while, and these trades I was in for about like almost 2 weeks. To be honest, another trade I was in was AUDUSD. I entered, somewhere around here. Was pretty nice in profit, right? Was about 100 and something pips in profit, right? Uh broke lower here, came lower here, but then we see that we had a pretty major retracement, about 100 pip retracement that happened pretty fast. I ended up moving my stop loss to, right around here, and I was taken out. So, I did profit on this one. I did manage better. I did manage it better, but, ended up not being, the best trade. Only ended up capitalizing on like 30 something pips. Like I think I was in a $2 lot, closed it for like $75. So like 35, 37 pips, something like that. So, you know, at one point, on my balance, I was up about, 10,000, almost $300, right? Was up almost 3%, right, with the open trades that I was in. They didn't go my way, and then, see that I'm even, slightly down right now. So, um, it's been a little bit rough, but I'm not really too in my head about it. But yeah, and of course it does suck, but you know, um. It could be worse. So, it's just about getting better for me. So yeah, that's just really what I have to say about that. I still think AUD USD still can be bearish and still can continue to the downside. We've kind of created this triple top. Go ahead and sorry about that. Sorry about that. We've kind of created this triple top on AUD USD, right? We see that we've rejected this area once, twice, and then, potentially a third time, right? So another trade on AUD USD honestly doesn't seem too bad, with a stop loss, just right above here, looking to continue back down, to these lows. I'll be looking to potentially take another trade on AUD USD. But a trade that I am liking more, that I'm kind of just waiting on, is gold. We see that we broke out of this support level and this support level right here, and we're having we had an impulse, and now we're having a correction of that impulse. So not looking to enter right now, even though price does look good. If a stop loss was right above here, I don't think that's the worst trade. But just because it's gold and gold is pretty volatile, I'm just gonna be looking to wait just a little bit more. I want to see if price can push up one more time and then fail again and then maybe continue down. So I'll be watching gold to see if I can try to get in. And I believe I can trade gold still on this platform. Right. Yeah, XAU USD. So let me see how the chart looks on here actually. Not still don't know how to navigate this system all the way, but right, so here's a XAU USD on this platform right here, and I don't know, yes, for some reason it's just weird like that, and the candle looks re okay, here it is on the daily chart. So yeah, right. So yeah, I can trade gold on it, believe. I don't know what the spread is like, but I'll be looking to, let me see actually. Yeah, this system is it's pretty clean though. I will be honest. It's a lot cleaner than MetaTrader, so it's hard to be mad at it. But I just don't know like the legitimacy of this platform. So that's why, to me, it's still just kind of up in the air. But let's see, on $1 lot. Current price 2 point yeah, so the spread is honestly pretty good. So yeah, honestly cannot even be mad at that. So yeah, I do like gold as a potential continuation to the downside, but I do just want to see if I can get in on a little better price, right? And if that fake out does happen and we push up higher, look like we want to break higher and then wick again, then I'll be looking to sell that. But if we go on the daily with the gold and we take this fib from, from here, to here, right? That 50% level, right, could still get tapped. So we could still pull back a little bit. So I'm just being a little bit more patient with gold before I do take that sell. USD CAD, what is USD CAD doing? It's still printing these, these lower highs, right? So it's still on this uptrend despite it breaking higher and then dipping immediately back down. It was a pretty deep retracement, but from a price action standpoint, nothing has really said that, this market is bearish, but it was bearish for, from February 13th to the 5th first. So for these 2 days, most definitely price was not bullish. It was most definitely bearish. We broke out of this heavy resistance. And when breaking out of a resistance like this, you would like to see price, continue because after failing 3 times and then finally breaking to see it just dip, right back down. It's a little disheartening, right? And I could see how, you could say, the trend is over, but realistically, we didn't make any significant lower lows. So for me, I would still be looking, where could I get in on a buy on USD CAD? But personally, I don't really like any buys right now. But, if I was to trade USD CAD, I do think it's in the area where you could potentially look for a buy. We pushed higher, made a lower high, made a higher high, and then, looking like a potentially another lower high. But, for me, on USD CAD would really just need to see it, break back above here. And if we could start to break back above, then potentially looks like we would continue higher, but not really looking to trade it just yet. Sorry about that. What other USD CAD pairs do we have? Euro USD. Did I talk about Euro USD? I am in a sell on Euro USD. Right. So we had the break of the support level right here, and followed by a current retracement in the market. Realistically, my stop loss should be right here, and I have really should be slightly just above, but I have it right here. I think 1.0861 or something like that. So I just want to see if we can get a continuation on this market. But if we don't, then I'll be stopped out and then it'll be whatever. But if we do, break out of this right here, then I think, we could say that, at least we would start to see price, potentially head, to these resistance levels up here. But, we just have to see, what the market wants to do. We came down here, we retraced it, we broke below, retraced again, closed lower, closed back impulsively, but then we see that we started to print some bearish candles right here. So, for me, I do have my stop loss right above here. But if price was to break above this resistance right here, then I'd be looking to potentially close and then look for another re-entry if price does come up here again. And that way I could risk more, right? And looking for that continuation back down. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Euro USD. Talked about gold, not looking at USD JPY or Swiss franc. Euro JPY has continued pretty nicely, but I'm not watching it. Same with CAD JPY. Euro AUD, still think that, we could see that bullishness, from this level right here. Go ahead and delete this. Right, just because, we had that big impulse, to the upside, and if we take our fib tool from this impulse, this correction, right, we retraced it, we broke below that 50, didn't touch that 618 perfectly, right, but we found buyer support, from there. So, right after finding that momentum, right, we've just kind of been ranging, back and forth, right? But I think, we're poised to continue higher this time. So, to me, your AUD looks very nice, for a buy. Price action, it is choppy at the moment, but I think, this is one of the times where buying low and selling high isn't a bad idea. And pretty good risk, too, because stops would be, just right below here. Take profit would be, here. And if we do break out of this resistance, then, back here and then, so on and so forth. So I like Euro AUD for a potential buy. And, if in the next 11 minutes and 28 seconds, if this does close, bullish, then, maybe won't buy it right now. Maybe would wait for this green candle to print and then another green candle to break higher. And then, then you could put your stop loss, right below it. But I do like your AUD from a bullish standpoint. So yeah, that's kind of an update on everything that I have going on as far as my trading account goes. Um yeah, I'm in these trades right now. You see how they're doing. Yeah, still down. So, want to see how these continue. But yeah, as the week goes on, I actually forgot to look at Forex Factor Monday to Friday. No, we have some CAD news tomorrow, some AUD news as well. On Wednesday, we have FOMC meeting minutes. So that should bring some volatility. I'm not sure who's talking. Or okay, I think it's a release statement. Okay. Thursday we have some Euro news, some GBP news. We have unemployment claims on Thursday as well and flash PMI. So nothing too crazy as far as USD news goes. Should see some movement in pairs like USD CAD, CAD JPY, and so on and so forth tomorrow. But still a pretty technical week, right, this week in my opinion. So we'll just have to see how the markets play out. The DXY, sorry, I did not talk about that one. We broke, we made a new high on February 13th. But as quick as we made that new highs, as quick as we kind of started to, the market has started to break down. I forgot what news event happened here, but seems like the market wanted to close higher, but just couldn't find that bullish momentum. It did close bullish, but right, this is not the most appealing candle in my opinion. But we haven't made a significant lower low on the DXY. Therefore, I'm still to believe that this market, will continue higher, right? And we've, just pushed into this, lower high territory as well. And this once resistance level as well, right? So we're just kind of in that area ranging back and forth. So I do believe that the market, potentially can go higher, from this area. But, for me to change my stance on the DXY, I would need to see the break, below here. And then, from there, it looks that like the path to least resistance would be this next support level right here. So that's everything that I'm thinking. Um, Gonna do better in making these videos just so, I could be more prepared. I feel like I wasn't really prepared these last 2 weeks. I was in profit, but like I said, I didn't really manage my trades the best. So I wasn't really too prepared like how I should have been. But, that's that. I'm looking to be better. So it's a pretty long video. Appreciate to everybody who watches this, who likes, comment, and subscribes. I most definitely appreciate you guys. Let's have a good trading week, good trading month, good trading year. And, I'll see you guys on the next video.